Hello there, Teacher 5am here. Now for today's video we're going to be looking at long division, and we're going to be looking at dividing a 4-digit number this time by a 2-digit number. Now the first thing, as always when we're looking at long division, the first thing we need to do is to read the question. 7,335 divided by 15. So the 15 is my divisor. Now we need to do our prep work. The first thing we need to do for our prep work is simply to write the first 10 multiples of the divisor, which is 15. Now then, 15 might not be the most popular times table to be learning. However, writing 15 multiples of 15 isn't as hard as what you might think it is. So I'm going to start writing them out here. 15 times 0 gives me 0. 15 multiplied by 1 is 15. I'm going to be writing the first 10 multiples here. Next, 15 times 2, well, double 15 gives me 30. 15 times 3, well, that's just 30 plus 15, which gives me 45. Next, we're going to do 15 multiplied by 4, which will give me 60, because that's 45 plus 15. 15 multiplied by 5 will give me 75. 15 multiplied by 6, well that's just 75 plus 15, which will give me 90. 15 multiplied by 7, which will give me, so 90 plus 15, 90 plus 10 is 100, plus the 5 is 105. 15 multiplied by 8 will give me 120. 15 multiplied by 9 will give me 120 plus 15, which is 135. And then, of course, 15 multiplied by 10 will give me 150. So even though 15 times table isn't one that we learn a lot of in school, writing out the first 10 multiples of 15 wasn't actually that hard to do. Now, the next bit of preparation work we need to do is simply to write, don't miss the bus. Don't miss the bus. And if you've watched our previous video, you will know already that don't miss the bus, DMTB, stands for divide, multiply, take away, and then bring down. Okay, so now I've done my 2 pieces of preparation work. I'm now ready to solve this calculation. So I'm going to get this, I'm going to write this out now. 15 is my divisor, 7,335. Right then, first thing we need to do is look at the first 2 numbers, and that's 73. So I'm going to be dividing first of all. How many times is 15 going to 73 exactly? So I'm looking for 73. 0, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. Well, that's greater than 73. So 15 goes into 73 4 times exactly. So I've done my division. Next I need to multiply. So 15 multiplied by 4 is 60. I'm going to write 60 underneath my 73. So I've done my multiplication. Next I need to take away. So I need to take away 60 from 73. I'm going to take these numbers away. 3 take away 0 is 3. 7 take away 6 gives me 1. So I now have the answer of 13. I've done my takeaway. Next I need to bring down. So I need to bring down the next number. And that's just the number 3 here. So the 5 is just going to stay where it is for now. And I've done my bring down. So I've now made the number 133. I now need to repeat this process all over again. And you know what, the same with division, actually with a lot of other 4 operations, you just repeat the same process again and again, regardless of how big the number is. So now I need to divide 15. How many times is 15 going to 133 exactly? So I'm going to go back to my multiples of 15, which is why this is very easy and quick to use. 0, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105, 120, 135. Well, 135 is greater than 133, so it must be 120. So 15 goes in 8 times exactly. So I'm going to put a number 8 above here, because that's the number that I brought down. That was the 3. So I've done my division, and now I need to do my multiplication. So it was 15 multiplied by 8. 15 multiplied by 8 gives me 120, as it is here. So I've done my multiplication. Next I need to take away these numbers. Right then, so 3 take away 0 still leaves me 3. 3 subtract 2 gives me 1. 1 subtract 1 is 0. So I've done my takeaway. The next thing I need to do is to bring down, and it's the 5 I'm bringing down this time. So another point here to make is if you make sure that your layout is very clear, then when you're moving numbers around, it makes it much simpler and you make less marvelous mistakes. So now I've brought the number down, I've got the number 135. Now I've done the end of my Don't Miss the Bus. I just need to repeat the step all over again. So I'm going to start with default division. How many times is 15 going to 135? Well, let's have a look. 15, 75, 90, 105, 120, 135. It goes in 9 times exactly. So I've done my division. Next I do my multiplication. So 15 times 9 gave me 135. Do my multiplication. And I need to do my takeaway. And you'll see I've got all zeros at the end. And I don't need to bring anything down because there's nothing left here actually. And because I've got all zeros at the end, it means there's going to be no remainder. And if I've got all zeros at the end and I don't need to bring anything down, then I have come to the end of my calculation. And the answer to this, 7,335 divided by 15, is 489. So there you are, everybody. That's how to divide a 4-digit number by a 2-digit number using long division. Now, I hope you all have a lovely day, and it's bye-bye for now from Teacher 5 AM.